mic check. Awesome, we have mic check. Cool, let me just announce things on Discord and then I will be with you. Right, okay, so, actually give me a moment, give me just another 10 seconds or so, and I will be with you. I just want to put that over in that server as well. How do I do that? I'm bad at this. Sweet, okay. Right, now let's get rid of Discord. Why does that look all wonky? Because it is. Okay, good. Happy days. Right, I'm just going to get track IR on, so we will be there. NATO, that's my fault. I'd apparently at some point managed to pull my headphone cable out of the front of my PC. It may have been while I was running around trying to get Track IR running. Okay, I cannot pop chat out from OBS. That's annoying, but not entirely unexpected. Right, okay, so actually that works like that. If I just do that and do that, okay, so this, by the way, this I believe is the BAE 146-300 we're working with. I'm assuming you can hear me now, NATO. I'm hoping you can anyway. Bo -bo -bo -bo. Cool, cool. OBS says you can, so that's good. Okay, so let's start running our checklist. So first thing we check is that the weather radar is off. That's this panel here, and as you can see, it's set to off. The reason for that is when we power the aircraft up, we don't want to start emitting radiation from the radar and basically microwaving anyone around the aeroplane. That would not go down well. Tilt is going to be, tilt on that needs to be plus 15 degrees. Okay. Now, I might be wrong, but I believe that's kind of the same thing. So we've turned it off and we're making doubly sure we're not going to fry people by pointing the radar at the sky. But it may also be to do with takeoff. So that once we get on the runway and turn that radar on, it's looking up at what we're about to go into. It's probably the latter, actually. Transponder. Where would my transponder be? It should be on this panel somewhere. Who is that? Is that the transponder? That doesn't go to standby. Okay. It should be... Oh, is it down here? I bet it's down here. Ah, XP NDR transponder, that's what that is. That is on standby. Okay. Air brakes in. Confirmed. Flaps up. Confirmed. Landing gear lever is... Sorry, is down. Sorry, I looked down there because I'm using the Bravo throttle, so I've got a physical landing gear handle here in the real world. I was looking at that to make sure that was down, but this here is the landing gear handle in the simulated aircraft, and it is down. Okay. Establishing external and APU power. First thing we do is battery 1 and 2 go on. They are up here somewhere. Ah, battery 1 and 2. Yep, and the aircraft starts making noise. That's good. Just let me know how we are volume-wise in terms of me versus the sim. I don't want you guys being deafened by the sim and unable to hear me, and likewise, it's no good if you can't hear the sim and can only hear me, because that's no fun. No one wants to listen to me. Volt amp meter, check 24 volts. That says 95 volts. That's bad. Oh, no. My bad, that's off. That's out of range. It's showing off. Oh, also, that's AC. Yes, of course, because, you know, you wouldn't have 135 volts on your DC system. So that's showing actually more than 24 volts, but that's fine. That's good and fine. Okay. Navigation lights, go to high. Nav lights are where? They should be. Ah, lighting and notices. Ah, these must be the nav lights. They're at high already. Sweet. Okay. Hang on. Give me 10 seconds. I think we're okay. I think we're still good. Just checking the stream's still running correctly and not having problems. No smoking signs. Go to auto. So I'm assuming they're going to be up here. They're, they're in auto now. I've just flipped them up to auto. Cabin emergency lighting needs to be armed. Come on, look up higher, Tom. Oh, I'm familiar with that button. That's armed. I don't know what that does, but we're going to leave that alone. It's armed. We're good. Brake selector. That's on the central panel. I don't even know what a brake selector is. But we need to set it to yell. So this is brake temps. There's no brake selector that I'm seeing. Whoops. Ah, that's the brake selector. That's set to yell now, I believe. Let me just check. Yeah, okay, so that's... I don't actually know what yell is, but that seems to be set. So that's basically the parking brake is set, is what we've just done. Sorry. I'll give you the sound back. There you go. Yaw dampener master 1 and 2 need to go on. That's on the overhead. I don't know where they are on the overhead. If anyone sees a yaw dampener, let me know. They should be with like flight control stuff. Ah, yaw dampener masters. There we go. They're on. Sweet. I'm learning things. AP master on the overhead. I'm guessing that's on that same panel. Yep. That comes on. Avionics 1 and 2, which are next to that, go on. Anti-skid should be up there, presumably. That's also going to go on. Ooh. Yeah, sweet. Yellow and green lift spoilers go on. Well, I'm guessing that's yellow and green is probably what that means. So yellow and green system, hydraulic systems, I would assume. Uh, Bus tie AC and DC, go to auto, cool. Uh, mm. Oh, that's going to be on the electrical panel, isn't it? Yes. Auto. So that's just that's basically to tie the electrical buses in because each engine has its own generator, so there will be, how do I explain it? Basically different electrical systems on the aircraft. In normal operation, they'll all be linked. So, you know, the engines are all contributing to one pot of electrical power, which is distributed across the aircraft. Um, but if there's any issues, like we have an engine failure, for example, you start to unlink buses, so you may lose power to, say, the in-flight entertainment system, but it means you can keep power to your flight instrumentation and other safety critical stuff, which is very good. So that's the bus tie. Standby inverter and generator needs to go on. That's going to be electrical again. Sorry, that should go to arm, not on. I need to actually read checklists, not override. I need to read checklists properly. That would be a good thing. Galley switch should go on galley. So that's basically going to provide power to your galley in the back, where the flight attendants make food, drinks, all that stuff. The reason we've got that switch, I believe, is 'cause that is quite a big power hog. So you've got an easy way to disconnect all of that if you have problems and need the additional electrical power. Gen 1 and 4 go to off reset. Um, they're off reset already. Sweet. APU gen goes on. That should be on. Okay. Oh, sorry. When I scroll the checklist, it adjusts the zoom apparently in the game, which is awesome. I love that Flight Sim does that. Although it's not just Flight Sim, it's many other games. L inner fuel pump goes on. Where's that? Is that on the overhead? Yes. L inner is on. Low inner pressure. Actually, before we do this, I should probably figure out what my actual fuel you know what? I'll tell you what my actual fuel plan is. It's called Yes. Problem solved. That's a good fuel plan. All the fuel. Um, you can only have too much fuel if you're on fire. FEU. Sorry, where was that? FEU master switch comes to on. FEU. That's the start master, but sure, we'll put that on because nothing bad ever happens by flipping the wrong switch. Okay, so we're going to flip that to start, and we're monitoring the RPM and TGT rise. Basically just looking to make sure it looks fairly normal. We don't want this. You see there's a red line there. If that goes over that red line, we're going to kill it and shut it down. Equally, if the RPM goes over the red line here, we're going to kill it and shut it down. And same just generally if it does anything weird that we don't like. We're just keeping an eye to make sure nothing bad happens basically. And there we go, we just got APU power. So that, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically a tiny jet engine somewhere in the tail. We might even be able to see the exhaust. Is that the APU exhaust? It might be. Ah, no, that's APU exhaust right there. So you've got a tiny jet engine somewhere in the tail here, probably about here, chucking exhaust out there. And what that's doing, it's not providing any thrust to the aircraft, it's just providing electrical and possibly hydraulic power. I'm not fully certain on this aircraft. I'm not familiar enough to say exactly, but certainly it's providing electrical power. Okay, so PAX 1 APU air needs to go on. I need to figure out where APU air is going to be. That's going to be over here, isn't it? Air supply. Oops, APU air goes on, and pack 1 and 2 come on. So that's the air conditioning packs. So now there's air conditioning in the back of the aircraft. Sorry, that's my mistake. Pack 1 or pack 2. And it says use pack 1 on an odd day or pack 2 on an even day. Today's the 7th, so we should be using pack 1. That will just be to, I think, just to basically cycle so you're not working one all the time. Okay, cockpit lighting as required. We don't need any, I'm not doing that. MWS control? I don't know what that is. That's on the CP? Center panel. I don't know what an MWS... Oh, master warning system. Okay. Where's MWS? Whoops. That's not the MW... Ah, this is... Sorry, this is the MWS. Possibly? But where's the push to test? Ah, ha ha ha, there you are. Oops. So that's a test switch. That basically just tests all of our warning lights so that we know they're all working. Cool. I would describe that as functional. Sweet. And we can possibly reset the master warning and caution. Awesome. Set middle position, not illuminated. Oh. Wait, which one was that? Ah, okay, I see. There we go. Nope, that's wrong. That's right. Awesome. This is hard work. Ground tests overhead perform. I haven't got a clue where they would be. I don't even know what ground tests are, other than tests on the ground. The tests are not important, we're not going to worry. DC dump. Check for a rise in the yellow system hydraulic pressure. Where is the DC dump? I'm going to assume that's electrical. Or might be hydraulic actually. Where are my hides? Anyone? Anyone tell me where my hides are? That's fuel. Hides? Ah, DC dump. Which is yellow system. Rise in yellow system pressure, I think. So let's turn that off and not do it again. Hello, how are you doing, Conrad? Yeah, I am liking this aircraft. I'm just trying to get things set up and ready to go. Doing all the checks and whatnot. It seems to take quite a while, but I think that's more 'cause I'm not familiar yet. Caffeine administration, always important. So we turn DC dump on. We're now going to do AC. Oh, turn it off. Sorry. We're now going to do AC dump. Same thing. Check for a rise in the yellow system pressure. Whoa, big rise. No, 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 no. Enough of that. Thank you. So that's... Ooh, okay. Sorry. I need to leave that on. AC dump. And PTU, look for a rise in the green system pressure. We have a rise. Hold on. Did I just hear what I thought I heard? It's trying to be an Airbus, guys. It's trying to bark like a dog. Yeah. That's what we want to see. AC pump goes, AC dump goes off. And so does the PTU. Yeah, if you've ever heard an aircraft making a noise where it sounds like it's barking like a dog, that is the PTU on an Airbus. It's cool. Engine anti-ice 1 to 4 goes on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Flight deck emergency lighting is to be armed. Where is that? Where do I find flight deck emergency lighting? Come on, where are you? Ah, there it is. Armed. Okay. So that's flight deck emergency lighting. Yaw dampener 1 and 2 on the center console have to be pushed. Where would that be? Yaw dampener. Ah, that's where that would be. Whoops, that was not the one I... no! No, stop! Stop shouting at me! Yes, I understand. I did a bad thing. Okay. Shut up. Thank you. Right. No, shut up. What's screaming at me? Yes, autopilot. I know, I know. Oh, please do be quiet. Ah, shut up. How do I make it be quiet? Oh, you know what? Bugger it. We'll just leave that in. Oh my word, I shouldn't be allowed near this thing. Oxygen main valve. That's on the RSP right side panel. That's FO's side. Okay, where's the oxy main valve? Come on, buddy. Do something useful, please. Oh, is that like here? No? Where? Oh, it might be that. Is it that? Can I make the yoke go away? Yeah. Looks like no. No. Okay. Oh, yes! 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 It looks... Do be quiet! Thank you! Ah, that's the main oxygen valve. That is now open. So, that warning is basically telling me that the autopilot has kicked out. The problem is, I don't know how to shut it up. Where's the damn mute? Oh god, this was a mistake. Oh my god, this is going well already. No, stop! Stop making noises! Right, let me take that out. Yeah, I don't know how to silence that. Which might become a problem. Oh, for fuck's sake, I just had to tap that button. Really? Right, okay. So we're going to go into the EFB. Sorry, OFP, fetch OFP. Nope, we're not doing that. Not right now. Not on stream. I'm not giving you guys my what do you call it thing. So we're gonna doors EFB. We're gonna open all the doors. I would put the stair. I might have broken it. Okay, you know what? We might as well. So we've got stairs out, and we really shouldn't have the radar up, the radars or side door open actually, because people might fall to their death, and then someone would try and blame the airline. Oh no, sorry, that does need to be open. So yeah, so that's for the service trucks and all of that to go up and put stuff in, as is this forward door. Um, can we see the cargo doors open? Where are they? Ah, yes, down there. So you've got, oops, sorry, you've got cargo door there and a forward cargo door. Cool. I'm not sure if they're actually going to do anything or if they're just going to sit there, but that's fine. Right, doors. Weights, fuel and balance is... Well, we're already overweight with just fuel. Oh no, we've got full packs. Okay, that's... Yeah. What's our weight? Let's take a little bit of cargo out of the aft and a little bit of cargo out of the front. We need to take in fact, let's take no cargo. How about that? Yeah, guess what, guys? Your baggage is getting left behind, and you'll have to collect it later. We are, because we're still overweight. We shouldn't really be doing this. Overweight. However, let's take some passengers off. They really don't affect the weight much, do they? Oh, there we go. So 114 is the best we can do. Sweet, okay. Right, okay, so that's all good. Parking brake is set, right? Because that's what we did with the brake selector. Yes, that's correct. Yellow brake pressure, check 2.5 psi. Where's that displayed to me? That's yellow pressure. Where's my brake pressure to be found? Does anyone know? That's on the overhead. Okay. So this is brake pressure. So I'm going to turn on the DC pump, which is apparently how you fix it if it's not enough. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust track IR again. Apologies for that. Got to be at least 2.5. I shouldn't do that, I might get a copyright claim. So now I believe I'm meant to turn this off. See, that falls like a brick. I think that's a bug. I don't think it's meant to fall that quickly. Or I'm doing something very wrong. But for now we'll just leave the DC pump on. Thrust levers are fuel off. Correct. Hydraulics on the overhead, we're going to verify they are off. Oh, come on. Come on, Trackeye, don't do this to me. That's better. I'm not sure where hydraulics... This is the hydraulic panel, but there isn't just a... the pumps are off, I'm assuming that's what it means. Now we're going to have to leave that on to keep the hydraulic pressure high enough for the brake system. Okay. Center tank transfer, confirm auto. That is now in auto. Pressure mode selector and pressure mode selector should be auto. What is a pressure mode selector? That's on the overhead somewhere. For now I'm just going to rely on the fact that it's probably in the right position, because I can't find it. Pressure, altitude. I think we're going to fly at about 24,000 today. Okay, pressure mode. Yes, this is this panel. Okay. Oops. So yeah, let's go to say 24. No, let's go up to 30. Why not? Make it more fuel efficient. Oh, that's as 29 is as high as we can go apparently. I think we've got to go 28. Let's do 28. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Ice detection should be on. Ice detection. What is ice detection? Ice detect is now on. Sweet. Ice detection is on. Fuel quantity verify. I know it's good because I just set it. Fasten seatbelt signs is gonna go on. Fasten seatbelt signs are going to go on. That was amazingly good English there. Well, I don't see the seatbelt signs. Fasten belts. There we go. That's on. Flight data recorder date. Yeah, don't care. flight recorder leg. Again, don't care. ATC FID. Press FID. I wish there was a bit more explanation about what this meant. It's on the center console, it claims. I just cannot see it for the life of me. It might be on the FMC. Whoops. It's possible I've gone blind. I don't see it on the FMC. Is it up there? What are these? Oops, I didn't want to turn the weather red. We've just killed everyone on the pad. Could it be on this panel? Don't know. I'm not going to worry about it though. So we're just going to move on. I don't think it can be that important. It still seems like it would be on here. Yeah, I know I said I wasn't going to worry about it, but it's going to bug me. No, I'm not going to worry about it. I am not going to worry about it. I'm not worrying about it, guys. It's fine. No, okay. We're moving on. So, pre-flight floors continued. PWR TMS, press on. Passengers might worry, maybe a little, but that's fine. You gotta scare your passengers once in a while. Where's the TMS? Where is... Oh, hold on. TMS. Thrust modulation system panel. Is that a complicated way of saying right next to the throttles? What's the thrust modulation panel? Is it this? telling me I've got to press on. So that probably means there's something I've got to turn power on to, which implies it might be reasonably important. Okay, that doesn't move. That also doesn't move. Okay, nothing moves. Good. Precisely what I needed. Do they move? No, they're not going to move yet. Uh, okay, we're going to pretend that's not important either and not worry about it. Oh, is that in... I'm so confused right now. What is the thrust modulation panel? Hold on, give me a second. I'm going to quickly Google this because otherwise it's going to an... Oh, tracker has gone again. The cable on the back of it's just a little bit too heavy. I'm just going to quickly Google this because it sounds like it's probably reasonably important. Whoops. Da, 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 da. I'm just trying to see where it is. If I can figure out where it is, we're laughing. Where might it... Okay, so I know what the panel looks like now. We will be going to Norway, but I first have to figure out how to start the plane. I'm looking for a panel. I now know what the panel looks like. I just haven't got a clue where it is. There it is. So this is the TMS panel. Let's turn it on. Let me get my checklist back up. This is madness. It's been an hour and I've not got the aeroplane started yet. Okay, so where was I? My god, how many checklists are there? Power on, test. Okay. That's running its test. Are you good, TMS? Are we good? Yes, we are good. Yeehaw! Okay. TRF. Verify test complete. Oh, yeah, sorry. So now I need to figure out what the outside air temperature is. Okay, there should be a gauge to tell me what the outside air temperature is. Cabin temp won't do it because reasons. It's probably up here, isn't it? Somewhere. That's fuel temps. Ah, OAT there, that's brilliant. That's what I'm looking for. That looks to be about 22 2.5 degrees. Okay. So we'll call it, oops, not negative. We'll call it 23 for the purposes of this. Okay, so T-ref is set. TO, press arm. Okay. So that should be armed. Tgt Set Climb Temperature. What's our climb temperature? How do I know this? What's the maximum TGT we can have? 900. Well, just shy of 900. So let's set just let's set 8. 8 much. Yeah. Yeah, 875. That'll do me. Don't know what it's meant to be, but hey, I'm the pilot in charge. That's what we're doing. N1 bug. Set TMS value. 89.8. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this on every engine, aren't I? Yep. Let's just call it 90. What's the worst that can happen? We still haven't put a flight plan in or anything yet, guys. This is just setting the aircraft up ready. The engines aren't even running yet. I'm very sorry about this, that it's taking so long. It really shouldn't be. It doesn't help I'm not familiar with the aircraft. I'm having to look stuff up as we go. N1 bug is set. TGT bug. Okay. So we're going 875 basically is what we're saying. We might have to change that to 850. This is good. Ah, that's a better way. We might have to drop it to 850 looking. Ah, no we don't. Whoops, that's too high. We're going 875 is what we're looking for. That's right on, or right below red line. But that's only a takeoff power, so we won't be holding there for long. Once we're off the ground, we'll pull the power back a little way, and then obviously when we do that, the TGTs will relax back a little bit. That's the plan anyway. So you see, this is one of the reasons we'd normally have two pilots here doing this, because right now while I'm fiddling around doing this, my second pilot could be inputting the flight plan or assisting me with this, doing other operations simultaneously. Of course, the other reason is, well, one of the other reasons is to check what I'm doing, because I may well have made a mistake at some point, and also for redundancy, if I have a dodgy meal or something during the in-flight meal and pass out, or I fall asleep or something, someone needs to take over. Right, so that's the TGT bug set. Takeoff speeds. Verify. Yes. Cool. ASI reference speeds. Yes. How do I do that? Oh, that's not right. Don't know, but I don't think they matter too much. I'll tell you what I will do. I will just check. Where were they written? Okay. There they are. So we're going to go flaps 24 is the plan. V2 is going to be 135 knots. Okay, so let's set that here. 135 is somewhere there. Sweet. So much stuff to do just to get off the deck. Okay, so we are going to... Okay, that's clever. I wish I'd known that. Okay, we're gonna now... We've got to power this off, apparently. Right, okay. Flight director bars. I don't need flight directors, but sure. We'll put them on. That's a really satisfying clunk. Well done, Just Flight. That was nice. Nav radios go on. I'm gonna nod and say that's on. As is the DME. So we're gonna just set, and we're gonna go, sorry, set this altitude, and we're gonna go straight up to 28,000. There we go. Which is gonna be our cruise altitude today, as we've discussed. There we go. Okay. Alt press. Okay. RMI DBI, yes, that is required, so we can leave it as is. HSI source, set as required. For now, we will leave it as it is. Pre-flight checks. Mobile phone is off. No, it's not, because I'm not in an actual aeroplane. External, internal checks. Complete covers. Covers and pins stowed. Yes, we're going to say they are. Fuel hides all off. No. Fuel panel checked set. Yes. Pressurization set. Yes. Ice detect. Yes. Lights and notices set. Yes, they are. Aircon set checked. Fasten seatbelts. All good. Fuel's good. Speeds checked and bugged. Yes, they have been. Briefing. Ship's papers, we've got them. Okay, so the briefing today is, as I say, we're going to Norway, going to Bergen. It will be a left seat flying the whole way because we have no right seater today. Weather is dog shit. Yeah, other than that, we're good. Takeoff emergency briefing. On the takeoff, if we have anything unusual happen below V1, we'll pull the power back and stop on the runway, deal with it on the ground, figure out what we're going to do from there. Above V1, we will take off. We will take any issue we may have into the air, with the exception of engine fire. If we have an engine fire, we're still going to attempt to stop on the runway. Yeah, any other issue, we'll take it into the air, declare a mayday if needed, or pan or whatever's required, we'll do that thing, and probably circle round and land back here. If we lose all the engines above V1, we're going into whatever is at the end of the runway, basically. Yep, that's our brief done. Ship's papers are on board and complete. Flight deck door is locked. Okay, and we're not going to start the engines yet. I need to now do our flight plan. Right, so I'm going to hide the chat for a little while because I need Navigraph up just for the time being. So I've never used this one, but we're going to do this origin. Sorry, hang on. You know what's going to make this infinitely easier for me? I'm going to get here and I'm going to pause track IR. Okay, Echo Golf Charlie November is our origin. That's in there. Our destination is going to be Echo November Bravo Romeo. That goes in there. Alternate is going to be Olesen, which is Echo November Alpha Lima. That goes in key not active. Key not active. Key not active. Key not active. Okay, we're not going to put an alternate in. Our alternate will be Olesen or Oslo, though. Orange Runway. Give me a minute. I'm going to be going back to Google for a second to look up the weather here. EG, where are we? EGCN. Let's have a look. Meta for Doncaster, Sheffield. So the wind is 8 knots from the northwest. Sweet. Let me... sorry, let me just pull up... an airport chat for Donny Chef. Oh, sorry, that's not correct. BGCN. Okay, so we have runway 02 and 20. So from the northwest, I said, never eat shredded wheat. So that means we're basically gonna have a crosswind. I'm going to take off. I'm going to choose to take off from runway 02. I think that's likely to give us the best chance of headwind. Yep. Okay, let's do that. So that's going to be runway 02. Key not active. Okay. Okay, next. Right, I see. Right, okay. I'm trying to learn and understand how this works. Give me a minute. There we go. So AGCN. So then we go via POL. Key not active. How do I input this route? There we go. Okay, now I'm understanding. So that's POL there. And that's putting us on the UP17 airway. Okay, that's basically our entry point. So we fly UP17 to Tipta. Okay. Tipta. Okay, let me... No, that's not what I wanted. I need to figure out how I set that as an airway. I'm not sure I can. I might have to enter each point on the airway manually, for now at least. If so that goes in between the two. Or it just gets eaten. So I'm going to save that so I don't lose that. Is that what? Ooh, I've got that wrong. Okay, that's fine. That's not a problem. We're going to go to rob them. After that, rob them. Cool. Let's save that. Then from there, we're out of airways. We're doing basically, I think it's called random nav. So as we go over the North Sea, so Clonin? Oh, sorry, Clon is next. We're going to save that. Then from Clon we go to Aluva. Aluva. And then from Aluva, whoops, that was not the button I wanted. Oh, okay. And then from Aluva we'll be picking up a star. I'll be choosing that en route depending on what the weather at Bergen is like. Sorry, talking and typing is not my strong point. Do I have GPS coords of this? Come on, Brian. Louver, can I get the GPS coords? Yes I can. Awesome, it's that one. Sweet, okay, so that's our route entered. That was painful. Sorry about that, guys. That's one step forward. Right, so what I do need to do actually is set a star to depart. No, is that the right thing? Did I just do the right thing? Departure from EGCN. Do I want that? Where did I say I was going as my first waypoint? Pol and then Ipsa. Whoops, come on. Get the right button, Tom. Bring that back up. Oh, that's broken. Good. Okay, we're all good. I just need to... Oh, no, we're not all good. Hold on. I need my checklist back. No, come on, play ball. Give me my checklist. There we go. Right, the depot too, just because I can. Oh, I should have selected runway 2. There we go. Sweet. Okay, let me just check how badly that messed up. Grab Paul and throw that in. Whoops. No, that's not quite correct. There we go, that's correct. That's, is that right? Okay, I see. Right, let me quickly... Is that showing me my route? It is not. Okay, right. Right, yeah, sorry about this, that this has taken so long so far. Leg wins I don't care about. I think we're all good. Okay, so now we're going to start the engines and whatnot. AC pump goes on first off. Wait, is that the AC pump? Yes. Oh, it says pump, not dump. I was reading dump earlier. Oh, well done, Tom. Right, so now we are going to basically close everything. Because if you have the doors and things open, I'll just show you the animation of the stairs going up. Yeah, if you have the doors and stuff open, it makes life hard on the pressurization system. And we will close the PAX door. Nice. Okay. And we've pulled the chocks. I'm going to... Doors are armed. Okay. So that's nice that it's got that announcement system as well. I like that. Okay, let's see. Let's go about starting the engine, shall we? Okay, beacon lights now need to go on. Oh, sorry, that's up on lighting. Oops, no, on please. Oh wait, no, they are on. Okay, that's fine. Am I gonna need a pushback, or do I have room to swing out of the gate? I'm gonna need a pushback, I'm gonna say. Okay. So before I do that, I want to quickly pull up a taxi chart. I am logged in, but okay, I'm not going to do that now. That's not a problem. I don't need a taxi chart. I can live without. Let's put that on map. Sorry. APU off. So we're going to use APU to start the engine, so we don't want it supplying the air conditioning at the minute. We don't want to waste it. Packs 1 and 2 go off. Fuel pumps 1 to 4 now need to go on. I'm going to assume it means these. So they're on. Fuel pumps 1 to 4 are on. Start power is going to go to normal. Start power is normal. Start master comes to on. Before start checks, beacon is on, it is. Packs and APU are off, engine anti-ice is on. Confirmed. AC pump now goes off. It told me to turn it on a moment ago, but that is now off. Start power as required, start master is on, that's all good. Engine start, chocks, CFB remove. Chocks are removed. Engine start selected. So we're going to do this as a push and start. We're not going to start on the gate. We're going to get start selected to 4. So when we go for the start, we hold the start for 1 second. Verify ignition light, basically verify the starter starts, then monitor the N1 TGT and N2 of the engine that we're starting. At around 10% N2 we put the fuel in, we confirm fuel flow and make sure everything's rising as it should be, and then we repeat that for engines 3, 2 and 1 as each stabilizes. So let's request a pushback. So the pushback tug's moving. I'm just going to wait for that to be in position and then we'll release the parking brake and go about starting the engines. We're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore the fact that we now basically don't have nose undercarriage. Okay, you're going. Okay, let me release the brake, mate. Okay, now... where's the starter? Oh, sorry, 1. Why is nothing happening? Start master isn't on, fucking idiot. Okay, we're gonna stop the pushback in just a minute. And 2, we need to get fuel in like immediately. And let's stop the pushback here. We will set the parking brake. There we go. I didn't want to set the emergency brake. Oh, apparently we've got... I made a mistake, guys. I've done it badly wrong. We're starting engine 3 first. I thought I'd set for engine 4, but that was messy. I'm very sorry about that. So that's engine 3 there that you can see spinning up. That sounds like it's about stable, is it? Yeah. Let's do engine 4 next. So that is spooling. Or beginning, sorry, not spooling, it's getting rotation is the phrase I should use. Let's give it fuel. Monitor all the things. N1's going nuts, that's fine. TGT is now rising quickly. Suggests we do in fact have ignition. Happy days. Looks good. Okay. Wait for it to stabilize. Alright. We're about stable. N1's just overshot just a little bit, but that's to be expected. It's just settled back. We're looking good. So now let's start engine 2. Technically, I guess we could have started like 2 engines and taxied out like that and started the others while we were on the taxi, but that's probably not what you're meant to do. Let's be honest. You'd probably get shouted at for that. Oh, I've got to put fuel in. I completely forgot that an engine needs fuel. There we go. That helps. Fuel always helps with combustion. It's kind of essential. Alright. So that just overshot slightly as well, but it's good. Okay, and back to number 1. Sorry, the start button is there. Okay. Things are rising, we're getting rotation. Okay, fuel time. Fuel me up. Sorry, I think I just nudged my mic on my flight yoke there. And TGT's going for it, so it looks like we have combustion. Okay. Whoops. So it would appear that we are now up and running on all 4 engines. Good enough. Okay, so that's all up. Start selector and start master go off. Yep, happy with that. Start selector is off, start master is off. Engine anti-ice as required. We don't need it currently. The OIT is high enough, it's not a problem. Oops. That's not the engine anti-ice. That was engine air. I just turned all the engine air bleeds on. I mean, we're gonna have to do that soon, but that's not when we're meant to do it. Gen 1 and 4 go on. Gen 1, sorry, Gen 1 and Gen 4 are on. Awesome. EPU air goes back to on. Oops. Packs 1 and 2 both go on now. Brake fans go to auto. I do not recall where the brake fans are. On the overhead somewhere, I figured they were. Brake fans are relatively important. If anyone's seeing it and I'm not, please shout. Brake fans. Auto, okay. So brake fans are in auto. Engine 2 and 3 hydraulic pumps should go on. So I guess the DC pump now can go off. So we are looking for 3 and 3 PSI minimum in each system. We have that. Okay, PTU. Oh, sorry, the AC pump now should go on. Wait, auto or on? On, apparently. The PTU goes on. Heaters go on. I'm guessing that's like the screen heat and all this good stuff. Yeah, okay. Heaters and TWS. We now switch that back on. Okay. Transponder mode goes to TA. Okay. Engine start continued. Start power is normal, we didn't touch that. Start selector is off. Engine anti-ice is as required. Generators are on. Brake fans are auto. Hydraulics on and checked. Heaters on. EPU and engine air. We no longer need them. Let's put all the engine air on. We don't need APU air and we don't need APU. Okay, cool. Save ourselves a little bit of fuel by doing that. Packs should both be on. Doors and windows are closed. Trucks and ground equipment is clear. What's the problem? Packs and ground equipment is clear. Okay. Trucks and ground equipment, not packs and ground equipment. So we're going to set flaps to... why is nothing happening? Flaps need to go to 18 for the taxi. What's the problem? Oops. That seems to be the problem. Okay. Okay, I just need to adjust a few things in the controls. Sorry about this. Give me a moment. Flap. So I'm going to clear that. No, I think that was right. However, on release, on press on. That shouldn't be... okay, cancel. Clear. Oh. Let me try that. Flap axis. Let's try that one. Validate. See if... oops. I may have to go back into that in a second. Do I get flap movement? I do. Why is my trim going nuts? What's my trim set to? That looks about right. And quickly, I think I've got to do the same thing for the spoiler handle. Spoilers. Yes, I think I've set that to the wrong thing. Click and validate. Spoilers axis. I need to click that, wiggle that, validate. Sweet. Apply and save. Right, so there you go, there's the cool air brake. Sweet, okay. Happy days. Right, flaps, taxi lights go on. Where are they? Okay, we're just going to leave it like that for now. Rudder trim should be centered. That is way off to the left. There we go. That's fine. That's all fine. Okay. fine. Aileron trim, elevator trim within green band. Yep, that's all good. Config check, press and hold. Ooh. Oh, so if I do that, that will set the proper appropriate takeoff trim. Sweet. Press and hold the config check. Computer says no. Config is correct when no horn audible. So I think because I've set up for a flaps 24, maybe? What is incorrect? What are problems? I don't know what our problem is. I select on ground. What's that mean? Don't know, don't care. We're gonna go for it and hope. Okay, so we're gonna taxi out to the runway now. I believe runway 02 is that way. Although, yeah, that end is 02. Right, let's take the brakes off. And we're gonna begin our taxi. I'm using left engine power only to make swinging around a little tighter. And now I'm going to bring the right engines up and be about even on the power. Now I'm swung around. Okay, we're finally moving. So what do I have to do? Flaps are... Right, you know what, I'm going to put the flaps to the proper position to begin with. Let's click that. A little bit less power, we're taxiing quite quick. Brakes are functioning. And we're just gonna head down here a little way. Alright, so what else do I need to do? Trims were set. Config is not correct, but it is now correct. Sweet. Seats and harnesses are going to be locked and secured. Nav aids set as required. I need to adjust that in a minute. Speeds N1 checked. Continuous ignition as required. Okay. I need to... I'll worry about it in the air. What a beautiful girl this bird is. Just got to get down to the end here and then we'll be good to go. So what else do we need to do before takeoff? Cabin call, yeah, we're going to say that's done. Cabin secured, slider secure for takeoff. Don't know what that is, but we'll pretend it's done again. Landing lights are on. Strobe light will come on when we get to the runway. Flight controls we will check at the runway. TMS we will need to dog off the taxiway, we'll need to do things with. MWS we will need to verify. And GA mode we will close the power, slow down for the turn. We're a little bit quick. We're going to say we've been given permission to cruise. No, we haven't. We want to stop for a moment. Okay. So, just quickly, before we proceed onto the runway, this is on. We want. What do we want on there? TMS on, takeoff mode engaged, N1 ref shown. 92.2. Let me check, is my bug correct? It is now. And let's see. Yep, okay, we're good. That's not correct, that's moved, I don't know why. That is now correct, okay. Trim seats and harnesses now VODs. Takeoff briefing we've discussed. We don't need continuous ignition, cabin call is up here. Oh, that's the ground test panel. Okay, you know what we're going to do, because I can't find the cabin call. Oi, get ready for takeoff. Right, done. Cabin call, cabin secured. Yeah, that's fine. Landing lights, strobe lights can come on. Strobe goes on. We're also going to put the logo. No, we won't bother. That's fine. MWS. We're going to check the MWS. So park brake on, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, we're basically fine. Cool. GA mode, I have to arm over here. Somewhere. Yeah, we've been going a long time before we've even got to the runway. I should probably turn the passenger oxygen on, shouldn't I? Yeah, that might be a good thing. Give me a minute, I just need to figure out. I should have a GA arm button, which I believe is what arms the Toga setup, but I don't see it. It says it's on the captain's panel, which should be this panel, but it's not. So hang on, if I push that, nothing happens. Cool. You know what, it's not important, we'll do it manually. Below the line, cabin secure and 1, controls, let's do our quick controls check. Full, free and correct. MWS check, transponder on, let's do that. Transponder is now fully on. Right, radar terrain display is in off. Auto throttle not installed. Lights and strobes are on. Is there a GA button on that? No. Okay. Okay, right, let's go. Brakes come off. And now we push the power up and taxi onto the runway. Oops. And, oh dear. And we get ready to go. You guys excited? It's taken us long enough to get in the air. Let's just hope I don't fuck this up. We should have plenty of runway, but I'm going to make sure we're using it all. Or as much of it as we can be. Oops, come on. No, 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 no. I'm just going to waste this runway, that's fine. Okay, we're lined up. O2 in front of us. Will the aircraft take off? Always a good question to be asking. Right at takeoff, that's what you want to hear. Okay, so we're going to push up to 55% N1. If I can see it. Okay. We're holding the brakes, I should say. Okay, that's 55% N1. Everything is stabilized. Now I'm going to release. We start to roll, verify we're rolling, and now we're going to go up to our bugged speed, which is about 92% N1. There we go. We're slightly off center line.
Speed alive, both zones.
Hold center line.
80 knots cross-checked.
18 knots. Bit of a crosswind.
V1.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
V2.
V2.
Positive rate applied. Gear up.
Gear comes up. Gear does not come up. Gear now comes up. Oops. We're climbing quite hard. That's my bad. Bit of trim. There we go. And we're flying. And we have liftoff. Yes, we do. Let's not climb quite so hard. Let's gain a bit of speed. Following flight director for now. Okay, pull the first notch of flaps up is the plan.
V2 plus 10. Safe high speed. Select flap 18.
See, I'm on it. I've just done that. Through the cloud, maintain the flight director. Let me get the map up
VFTO.
here.
Safe high speed. Select flaps.
Flaps up. Whoa, okay, big trim change. Actually, you know what, I'm going to start bringing the power back. Whoa, big trim movement. We're all good. Just hold it, hold it. Okay, we're good. I'm trying to come back to about 80% on N1. About there should be good. That was a bit lumpy. How are the volumes now we're airborne, guys? It's not got too ridiculously loud, has it? It is pretty loud in my ears, but that's not a problem. I don't want the nose coming up too high, but the nose wants to. She's fighting me. There we go. I think I'm about trimmed in properly there. Right, so now I'm going to put the off. Let's try this. So the autopilot's in. She won't take VNav. Why won't she take VNav? Sorry, not VNav, LNav. And actually I'm going to give it a bit more power for the climb. Not much, just nudge a little bit up so we can IAS it. No, I see. Maybe. Ooh, okay. No, I'm with you. So I'm going to set that to about 160. And try and look like I know what I'm doing, basically. I would love if I could get LNAV to arm. But I'm not sure why it won't. So LNAV should have us follow this. But I can't get that to happen. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? She will not go into VNav for me. That's the problem. Possibly. Nav radios weren't. They're not nav radios, they're com radios. Okay. Listen now. No. Come on, I'm the freaking LNAV. What the hell is the problem? Oh, bollocks. That would be the problem, wouldn't it? No? If that's not the problem, what is? Okay, I guess we're navigating this one the old-fashioned way then. Annoyingly. So, let's see. Right, anyway, we need to do some after takeoff checks, don't we? Gear is up, flaps are retracted. Autopilot is engaged. Engine air is on. APU air is off. Sync TMS needs to be pressed. There we go. Okay. Master TMS select 1. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. AC pump and P2U are off. Or should be off. APU goes off, it is. Cabin call done. In fact, you know what? Let's... So now, cabin crew can move around the cabin. That's fine. Whoops, sorry. Cool. Gear and flaps. Checklist. Gears up, lights are out. They're not yet, but they will be. Possibly. Not sure, but I can interact with those. Okay, we'll leave them as is. Flaps up, engine air on, APU air off. Yep, we're all good. What's our altitude? 18,000. Seatbelt signs can go off. Okay. Why will it not take LNAV? What am I doing wrong? And I'm going to put the weather radar on now. Cool. Okay, we're good. You hope... Yeah, it doesn't. That's the problem. I've got all my route plotted in here, but the autopilot won't engage to hold that. So I'm just going to have to kind of keep manually nudging the autopilot in the right direction. What altitude have we got? Cool. It seems like there are still a few bugs with this for some reason that they've released. But okay, it is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I think maybe I can now go. No, that's not it. Oh god, how do I do that? Yes. Direct rob 'em. That's not doing me any good. Come on. Okay, how far off heading off course am I? Is this going to show me? Give it a minute to load everything in and it might show my route. Because if not, we could be in trouble. Oh wow, we've burnt most of the fuel in the center tanks. Awesome. Oh, things are starting to load on this. Whoa.
Banking.
Whoa, hello. My aircraft. Okay. No, that's cool. We can do that. I don't know what that was about, but I'm now flying this aeroplane. Alright. That was only slightly terrifying. Why are we turning back? Still looking for our nav. I'm just following the flight director at the minute to see where it's going to try and take us. I don't know why it did that. It seems like the flight director snapped over to a left-hand turn, which might be to try and turn us onto our waypoint. I'm not sure, but the autopilot suddenly decided it was just going to go full left bank. Okay. We might be hand flying this the whole way. All engines are still running normally. Now technically, if this was real world, what I would have done there is declared a flight control emergency and found the nearest place to land, and then changed my underwear rather rapidly. But yes. Instead, I'm just going to follow the flight director and hope it knows what it's trying to do. So it's possible LNAV won't engage because we're too far off our route, and if the flight director is going to put us back where we should be, that's going to be helpful. But if it's just going to bring us round in a big circle, that's arguably not helpful. I'm kind of hoping the route is going to pop in on this. But it doesn't appear it is going to. To be honest, we're in about the right place to join the route, because that's T-side. We might need to be a little bit north of here, but we're in about the right place. If anyone knows what I'm doing wrong, feel free to let me know. Flight directors are just trying to take me in a big circle, so I'm going to start ignoring them. A little bit nose down trim. bump the AP back in a minute. Actually, no, I don't need to. It's cool. About 1,000 feet to go. That's clear. Rid of all that bollocks. Whoa. Why? Why is it doing this? For God's sakes. What is the problem? Okay. Right, let's try putting the autopilot back in and see what it does. On altitude hold. So now it's trying to gently get us onto the flight director. Okay, that's fine. That's as intended. What's the speed doing? Nothing. So we're following the flight director, but the flight director isn't necessarily following the flight plan. Gonna be honest, that's a problem. I'm obviously missing something critical here. Stand by. To Google is all I can say at this point. Yeah. I'm not sure what the problem here is. Are we still flying in a big old circle? Yes. Oops. It says 6:55 for now. Oh, for God's sakes, come on, flight sim. Behave. Let's go 6:55 on this engine. And now we can go into TGT mode. Right? Is that doing what it should? I don't think it is right now. I really need it to. I haven't got time for this. I'm going to pull the power out a little bit. It's kind of going too fast just now. And I still need to figure out how to get this working. Okay. So I guess right, okay. What? Oh, overspeed. Power back a lot. Okay, awesome. We're good. Let's go heading. And basically head. We're doing this manually. We're not following any airways or anything now. We're kind of just gonna go. We know Bergen's this way somewhere. We'll fly this way until we find it. Because short of that, I don't know what else I can do now to try and pick up the route, because it just will not. No matter what I do, it will not pick up that route. Or sorry, it will not engage LNAV, and I have no idea why. I can only assume there's some issue that I'm not in quite the right place for it to pick up. I'll just put a little bit more power on so we don't slow down too much. Yeah, I can only assume that's the problem. You know what, I'm going to go watch a tutorial quick and just see if that tells me anything useful. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, bugger. Fuck's sake. Okay, I was busy watching a tutorial trying to work out how to get the LNAV to work. I didn't realise that happened. Okay, you know what? Sod it. I'm gonna figure out how to, I'll figure out the 146 later. I'm not going through the full startup again tonight. I need to figure out why that LNAV won't work. The tutorials I watched basically show it's as simple as just press the LNAV button and it turns on. Clearly that was not happening. So instead, what we are going to do, if you give me a minute or so, I'll go and have a quick I'll go and just change a few things over in my control setup and we'll fly something else. But just give me a minute or two just to check a few things. Sorry about this. It's all gone a bit wrong, hasn't it? Sorry, I just need to check something else before I do that. Give me a moment. Um, da, 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 right, okay. So, what are we going to do then? Let's go fly around Bergen anyway. Do 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 do. We're not going to fly the 146. It's upset me. Nah, it hasn't. It's alright. But we'll go down here somewhere. Set that as departure. Aircraft selection. What shall we fly? Are you retractable gear? What shall we fly? Let's fly a Piper. Or do we fly a 152? Nah, let's fly the Piper. Cherokee. Warrior. Cherokee? Warrior? One of the two. Whatever it is I've got. We could fly that. Or a goose. Let's fly a Warrior. Cool. And just quickly, I need to adjust this because we're no longer flying a 4-engine jet. Let's just go back to that quickly. Well, map, yes. Right, I'm going to go grab my controls and then I'll be back. Yes, I was muted. Okay, that's fine. I'm set up again. Right, we just need to wait for this to load and we'll have a bit of a fly around Bergen. What actually happened when it went overstressed? Did it just overspeed or what occurred? Because I have no idea. Yeah, all I know is I came back and it was, you have overstressed the airframe. Thank you. Right, let me check switch positions. All should be off, 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 off. Gear should be down. Sweet, okay. I don't know what livery we're in today. In this. Oh, this one. Cool. Oh, we've got the tie downs and everything. That's awesome. Love you, Just Fly, even though you did just try to kill me. Open the door. Sweet. Right, let's set everything cold and dark. Oh, piss off. I wanted that open, damn it. Oh, wait, no, there, sorry. Okay. Tow bar. Right, let's get rid of the tow bar and tie downs and get going. I should probably get rid of the chocks too. Oil door, baggage door. Right, we don't necessarily... Can I get rid of the tablet? Or does it have to stay there and be obnoxious? I remember how we do it. There we go. Sweet. It doesn't have to be there and obnoxious. Okay. So, battery master goes on. Beacon light goes. That's not the beacon light for some reason. That's landing light. One of these is beacon. That's anti-call. Is one of these beacon? Yeah, that's beacon. Okay, so beacon light is on. Next you can go up. Fuel is, let's go left hand tank. Oops. Max can go both. Prop pitch goes full forward. Holding the brakes. Go for a start. Max to both. Sweet. Alternator master and avionics master can go on. And I'll basically just put all the switches on now is the plan. So that should be basically everything we need. Okay, let's close that up. That goes on. Don't know how to turn that on. I don't need that. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Let's go. Where's the parking brake in this? There it is. Right, okay, away we go. I feel too high. Nope, that's not right. I'm way too high. There we go, that's better. Okay. I've not decided where we're going yet. We're just sort of going to take off and fly. So do I. So do I. Do I have a trim indicator? Yes. About there should be about right, I think. That's good enough anyway. Flight controls feel free and correct. What is this guy doing? Dude, you're on an airfield. Give way to aircraft, which means get the fuck out of the way. Oh, fine, I'll go around you. Everyone stare at him really passive aggressively as we go past. And don't crash into a building while we're doing it. That is the British way. Right, where is the windsock? Windsock, windsock? Sometimes it's easier to see the windsock from outside. Looks like the wind is coming from my right, which means I want to go to the left to find that end of the runway and come back, so that I'm taking off into wind rather than with the wind. We won't fly this one for long, but I just want to, I don't want to end on a failed flight like that. What is this guy doing? My new GPU seems to be holding up to streaming well enough though. Oh, we've got a long way down here to go yet. But I'm going to cut across onto this taxiway. I should have looked before making that turn, but that's a problem for another day. If I'd hit something, we'd have dealt with it. That's why we pay for insurance, right? I don't know how much fuel I've got on board. I feel like this is something I should know. There's a quick way to solve it. Enough. That's how much fuel I've got on board. Why am I having to hold so much left rudder to keep us straight? That shouldn't be. Actually, let's set QFE, shall we? I wish this was not so shit. Like, come on, Microsoft. Using the scroll wheel to adjust things and zoom with really shitty hitboxes is not helpful. Please bloody do something about it. Right, here's the runway. So we are going to say that we have been cleared onto the runway and we are cleared for takeoff. We're not going to worry about a run up today. We're just going to go for it. What is it the kids say? Full send or something? Somewhat like that anyway. Stop. Go. Right. We need flaps. Where are my flaps? There's one notch of flaps. Full power. Here we go. Mixture master max. We're good. Bit of right rudder to try and keep her down the centre. Best as we can. Okay, I'm going to start to rotate here. Bit of a crosswind. But that's okay. Try and keep her over the centre of the runway. Bit of trim needed. Positive rate, no runway remaining, gear going up. Gear confirmed up, flaps going up. Okay. Right, I'm not going. Whoa, 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 whoa! Get that nose down. Get that nose down. Jesus. Trim trying to kill me there. Alright. As I say, I don't. Oh, come on, get the nose down. Stop trying to pitch up like that. Let's come back off full power. Actually, that might be a good first start. Pop back to 2500. What's my manifold pressure? We'll set that at 25 as well for now. A bit turbulent today, a bit windy. Oh, apparently, what? Okay, apparently my flight controls stopped working. Rudder still works, throttle still works, but my yoke is locked. Okay, what the oh, I managed to, yeah, okay, I managed to click the autopilot button on the throttle. That's entirely my bad. Alright. That's fine. That might be why it's trying to nose up so hard. Let's have a quick look. The takeoff was good, thank you. Yeah, now the rest of the flight. We could try and head for Ollerson, but that's a hell of a way. Or I don't really know other airports nearby. Let's go back and have a decent look at Bergen, shall we? From the air. Right, I'm going to pull back again. What do I do? About 20, no, let's go 23, that seems good. Oops, nose down, come on. ramp it up and goes down. So that's the airport there that we just took off from. I cannot get this trim right for the life of me. She's just trying to fight me all the time. So Bergen seems to be over this way a little bit. So let's do this. We're going to presume we've had permission to fly through the airport's airspace. So I'm going to try and hold about 3,000 feet for this. That's my goal. So we're a little high. Let's descend a little bit. Because as you can see now, we're at about 220, something like that. So this is Bergen, basically. Off our left. Nice, we're losing a bit of altitude now. A bit more, good. 3,100. There, that's what we want. So just creep up a little bit. If there's anything anyone wants to do in particular, anywhere anyone wants to go, just shout up and we'll go. I will try and go. Whoa, why are you dropping like that? Come on, back up. Back up, girl. There you go. Flaps all the way up there. Well, that looks cool. Wow, I didn't realise how late it got actually. It's about 8 o'clock here. Been streaming for 3 hours now. I might call it a day soon, actually. Probably, possibly, maybe do some again tomorrow. But yeah. Yeah, I apologise for that. It was a little, oops. These should be locked. Okay, we'll pretend we didn't see that. Yeah, apologies for today's stream. It's been a bit of a useless one. We spend an hour and a half getting ready to take off, spend 20 minutes in the air and crash. Well, probably more than 20 minutes actually. Like, hour in the air going in circles and then crash. Oh, no. No, it's not the best ratio, is it? I apologise for that. Hopefully I'll be able to do better next time we stream. Come on, get the nose. right where it should be. I'm gonna follow this valley, see where it goes. Yeah, it can. There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, just getting the engines running isn't too bad, but getting all the systems set up to be ready for flight there's a lot there. Normally you'd have two pilots working in tandem, so the checklists and all the setup actions would be kind of divided. So the captain would be doing some stuff while the first officer was doing other bits. Like I was saying, quite often you'd have one of them would set up the FMS system so all the navigation stuff, while the other's getting the aircraft ready. But obviously in flight sim there's only one of me. Would be cool if they introduced like an official multiplayer system where you can fly an aircraft together. That would be good. I'd love to see that. There was a modded version of that, but it didn't really work very well. Yeah. Yeah, flight of two people. Sometimes on longer flights or on older aircraft, you might even have had 3 or 4 people on the crew. You know, 747s used to have a flight engineer as well, and some real old aircraft had a flight engineer and a navigator. So you'd have 4 sort of full crew members. We've held 3,000 feet reasonably though. Flying around the Bergen area. Yes, there is a DC-6. In fact, I have a DC-6. They are cool. The DC-6 in-flight simulator is nice because they've got like an AI system built in that operates as the flight engineer for you, so you're not trying to do all the jobs yourself. You can turn it off if you want, if you're mad and want to try and do it all yourself, but it's very difficult if you do. It's not like flying something like this where it's relatively doable to do everything yourself. This is just nice and fun flying around in somewhat like this, nice and easy and relaxed. Get great views of Norway or wherever you are. Ah, you have seen someone else fly the DC-6, nice. Who was that? I'm curious now. See if I've heard of them. Yeah, Norway's wonderful. I still really want to visit in person, but it's an expensive place. I was just wondering if you could close that curtain. It was Takeoff Sasano. I've not heard of them actually. I've not come across them. Right, so just up here we're going to turn around in a minute I think and start heading back towards Bergen. I don't really know where we are, but you know what, that's a good place to turn. Let's cut between this low gap here. Oh, he's a musician from Germany. Does he do any sort of music streaming as well, or just flight sim stuff? I didn't hold altitude well there. I dropped about 100 feet. I'm getting back on altitude. Look at that view. He stopped streaming music a short while ago. Okay. Any reason? Just curious, of course, while we're flying along. So where's the airport? Should be out that way somewhere. Yeah, there it is. We want to land coming this way, don't we? So, okay. That's fine. We probably shouldn't fly over the town. Ah, yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Unfortunately, I think it's something a lot of streamers end up going through at some point. It's why I tend not to run any sort of consistent schedule. I just stream as and when I've got the time and feel like it. I don't really want to end up in that position of having that pressure that feel like you've got to stream. I don't think that would be much fun. Because at the end of the day, I'm only really doing this for the fun of it. I'm never intending it to become any sort of full-time job or anything like that. I just enjoy flying around in flight sim and figure I might as well share it with you guys while I'm doing it. But yeah, that's why I don't run consistent schedules. It's just easier, and I tend to think better just to say, hey, I feel like doing this now, I'm gonna stream it, anyone who's around come and watch. You know, something I'm noticing around here, if you had an engine out, there aren't many good options. I mean, a lot of buildings, not a lot of open space, a lot of trees. There's a few spots you might be able to put it down in, but nothing good. See, over here it looks a little bit better, but then you're looking close and you notice it's all nothing's very flat. Maybe somewhere like there or around here would work. Over there, probably. Maybe you'd get it down on that. But there's not really any great options, are there? I stopped paying attention to my altitude while I was talking about that. Although, now we're getting back into the area of the field, we actually probably need to begin descending. I want to try and get down to about 1500 feet for the pattern, I believe. And I want to start getting the aircraft a little slower as well. We might do a couple of landings, a couple of touch and goes. It's been a while since I've done any flying flight sim, so might do a couple of touch and goes just to get back in the swing of it. I'll see. So descent's looking alright so far. Still a little higher than I'd like, ideally. I'm going to take another bite of power out, I think. And I'll go full on the prop. Right. Full fine, that is. Bit more back trim. No, not that much. Bit more power out. Still high. I'm still high. Getting better, we're probably doable from here. But still higher than I want to be. No, this is probably alright here, thinking about it. I'm going to keep coming down, but I'm just trying to combine descending with slowing down. That's the difficult part. Okay, so let's do this way a bit more. I want to be about 1500 before I start my base turn. And I want to do that when when the runway is about 45 degrees behind me. So I still need to keep losing altitude. Got another couple of hundred feet to go. Yeah, so ideally I want to start turning, but I'm still a little high. Okay, I'm going to start my turn now. On the pedals, start getting the nose up a little bit to bleed speed and reduce descent rate. Get a bit of trim involved. I lost a lot of altitude in that turn. That was more than I planned. Okay, undercarriage can come down. And first stage of flaps with it. A little bit tight on that turn. Okay. Flaps down. I think I've got third to come in just a minute. I'm a little high here. Nothing too drastic. I'm coming down nicely. That's the third step of flaps in, basically full flaps. Coming down a little quicker than I would like. That's alright, I'm also a little faster than I would like. So we can solve both these problems at once. That's getting really choppy over these trees. Wow, that's choppy. Add a bit of power. That's nice though, that those trees are having that sort of effect. I'm a little bit fast still, but that's okay. We can bleed it off in the flare. We've got plenty of runway. Don't let it touch, don't let it touch. And down. One notch of flaps up, power goes in. Retrim a little bit. Ooh, crosswind much. Thank you. And we're back up. Bit of trim, bit of trim, bit of trim. Quite turbulent. Okay, positive right, no run remaining, gear comes up, flaps go up a step. And flaps fully up. Okay, back to 2500 on the RPM. Back a little way to 25 on the manifold pressure. Okay. And we're going to start our turn. Sorry. I've got a fly annoying me. There we go. Oh, don't make the turn too tight. That's us on crosswind. Why have the label? I don't know why the labels for traffic have come on. That I forgot about that. That's something that Microsoft have decided they're doing as of the recent update. Just change everyone's settings because, you know, why not? Why not enforce their own feelings about how we should play on everyone? That seems appropriate. So I'm going to go up to 1500 and hold at about 1500 until we make our base turn. That's my plan. Okay. So flaps are fully up, gear is fully up, we are clean. Let's see if we can do it again. Is that guy actually on the runway? No, he's just taxied off. Okay. Which means we might have nearly hit him when we landed last time, but that's fine. Not a problem. Okay, let's pull some power out and start our turn. I'm just creeping the power back a bit so we start losing some altitude. And hopefully some speed at the same time. This feels a bit better. Turn onto the base. I'm not plummeting like a rock this time. Although I might be a little bit high. Maybe plummeting like a rock would have been a good thing. Okay, I'm fast as well. Let's get across onto the centre line. Just use a little bit of a slip there to get ourselves over. I need to get slow and get the gear down. Right, slow enough to take gear. I'm definitely high. Idle the power. This is not such a great approach, but I've recovered it, I think. A lot of trim needed. I stopped paying attention to trim. It's the second notch of flaps in. Don't let it get too low. Add a bit of power back. And final notch of flaps in. That wind is really, that gustiness anyway was really messing me up down there. Power to idle, hold it off, flat, and let it touch. I flared a little early there. Let's do one more, and I didn't go full prop. I should have gone full forward on the prop. Whoa, she is floaty down that runway. The wind is gnarly. It's just, well, no it's not, it's just me. I'm not used to such crosswinds. Yeah, another touch and go. Because why not? I'm going to make this one a full stop though. Unless it all goes horrifically wrong. Whoa, don't get our nose that high. Okay, we're alright. Let's start our turn out. It's 8:30 now, so we'll make this one the last one. I'm going to square the crosswind a little bit more. Let's do the whole thing a little bit squarer. Put the nose down trim, I think we're good. It's a shame Twitch has got the whole gone YouTube mode on content ID and that now. Well, we could listen to some cool music while we're doing this. Another big airliner landed behind us. That's alright, they should be off by the time we get around onto finals. In fact, they're almost off now. Lost him under the wing. Ooh. Okay, no. Don't panic and snatch at it, Tom. That's not a good idea. Oops, no. Just let it settle. I think they're off. I don't see them on the runway anymore. I've turned inwards. That was silly. Yeah, I kept holding my rudder coordination in like a numpty. We're a bit high here, so I'm going to have to aggressively pull the power. and go for the drop like a rock approach, at least initially. Right, get a bit of power back in, don't drop like too much of a rock. There we go. Rock on. We're not going to square this bit. Yeah, I absolutely love Norway's landscape. Gear and first stage of flaps going down. One of the main reasons I want to visit is the landscape. It just looks like such a lovely place in general. Second stage of flaps can go in now. Let's actually get the nose up a bit and try and get a slow. Bit of turbulence off the trees, we're used to it by now. See, I think this is a better approach speed than what I was at before. As I say, we're going to make this one a full stop and call it there. Last notch of flaps now. A lot of turbulence off the trees. Oh, bit of lag, bit of turbulence off my PC. Swing like that. Let's see if we can make this one the best landing we've done. Better keep coming down and hold it off. Oh, bit of a bounce, my bad. That was not the best landing we've done, but it was good, it was passable. The only disadvantage is that Norway is a very expensive country to live in. Yeah, I have heard that, although from what I understand they get typically significantly higher wages than a lot of places, so although it's more expensive from an outside perspective, you're also earning more, which I guess to some extent evens it out. To some extent. Where do we park? Down here somewhere. Let's clean up, get the flaps up. So just gonna head back to parking and then we'll call it. I think parking's down there maybe? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Is it, or is it the next one? This is why you should always have an airport diagram to hand. I think it's the next one. Oops. No, it's not that one. Maybe, it's over where that Kodiak is, isn't it? Yes, that's it. Thank you, Nightbot. Good job. bit of power out. Hi, Kodiak. You're a cool aeroplane. Fun to fly too. Oh, what is this guy doing? Come on, buddy. I need to go in there where he is. Yeah, I'm trying to get in there, and I don't think there's enough room for me to turn. I don't think he's left me enough room. Yeah, he's literally blocking the entrance to where I'm trying to go. Although that guy's not helping either. Buddy, move. Oh, at last. He's got border waiting for me. Even though he has to... Really? You do know you have to give way to aeroplanes here. That's strategic placing for the boss. Yeah. Thank you. Took you long enough to get out of the way. Let's see if I can get past this Busher. Ooh, that's tight. You are an unpleasant guy, sir. Why would you park right there? Oh, I think I may have just hit his tail with my wingtip, but we'll ignore that fact. And we will park the old girl somewhat into wind, somewhere over there. I'm gonna call that good. And just clear the mags up. That should be good. And kill it. There we go. We're stopped. Cool, that's everything shut down. Sweet. Cool little flight. And the bus finally decides to go somewhere. Yeah, I think we definitely touched that. It's not a Bouchon, that Boucher. I nearly called it a Bouchon, it's not. Right, I'm going to call it there for the day. Thank you all for watching. Apologies we didn't achieve more with the 146. It all went a bit wrong, really. I'll try and figure it out a bit more off screen, and we may give it another go at some point. But yeah, other than that, thank you all for watching. If you do want to be notified of any future streams, the best place is at the Discord there. If you go there, join and introduce yourself, you'll all the channels will be opened up for you to see. Yeah, and I basically, that's where I primarily What? Sorry, what I was just trying to figure out what Nightbot was doing. That's where I primarily announce streams, so that's the best place if you do wish to follow future streams. Of course, you can also follow the Twitch channel or the Twitter, which Nightbot linked. We don't tend to use the Steam group much, but if you want to go join it, you are more than welcome to do that. And yeah, it can always be used. Yeah, unfortunately my graphics card died, which is why I've not streamed much. The card went pop, and it took me a while to firstly to figure out what the problem was, and then sort out getting a new card. I was waiting to see if they'd do something about it under warranty, and then trying to get hold of a card, and add on to that various other life commitments that bits and pieces I had to do away from the stream. It just meant there was never a good opportunity to stream, unfortunately. But I'm back flying, trying to anyway, flying and or crashing as we saw in the 146. Hopefully they pick all those passengers out of the North Sea. Um, yes. Okay, well, I shall see you all next time. Thank you. Bye for now.